Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So we woke up today with this view. I don't know if you can see them all, but there was over 100 of them in the sky, and it was bright early in the morning. Unfortunately, the sun wasn't out fully, but it still looked really beautiful.
Yes, so amazing.
It was really exciting to wake up to. Definitely a once in a lifetime type of feeling.
Yeah.
But now we're just gonna go get some breakfast at the hotel here. They give you free breakfast every morning.
Yeah, it was included in the rate. A $25 a night rate, and you get free breakfast too.
I know.
Crazy.
Free food is my favorite sentence.
Yeah, and something about this cave or something, but it's so easy to wake up for sunrise here.
Yeah.
Like we just do
It's
it
worth
naturally.
it.
Yeah, we do it naturally too. Like we don't even set our alarm. Just wake up. It's so nice.
It is nice, yeah. So we're gonna eat breakfast, and then we got a tour plans today. It's supposed to take 7 to 8 hours today. So we got a bunch of stuff to show you guys, to share with you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you there.
Of tours that you can take when you come here. The two main ones are called a red one and then a green one. The green one is more for hikers, and the red one, it takes you to all like the touristy places and the hot spots here.
Yeah, the couple main spots is the open air museum, which is extremely popular around here, and they take you to the Love Valley, and then you go see some fairy chimneys, and then a couple of villages, and then they take you to a couple of villages and valleys and a couple of the major tourist attractions around here for the sightseeing.
And then the green one is more for like hiking and adventure seeking people, and yeah. So we will show you what we get up to.
First destination, and as you can see at the background, this is the highest fairy chimney in Cappadocia. From bottom to top, it is like 250 meters high, and you can see all around Cappadocia region. But in the tourists, we are not climbing top of the castle, because when you climb there, you don't see the castle, you just see the view. But the castle itself also looks amazing. You'll be able to see lots of cave houses, and people lived in these cave houses until 1950s, 60s.
Wow.
But later on, they had to move, because this rock formation every year gets eroded 1 or 2 millimeters. It's melting with time, and also it's like a sponge. You know, it keeps some water inside in the summer, and in the winter it gets freeze, and in the summer when it melts again, the rocks are extending and the huge parts of the rocks are falling, so it becomes dangerous for the people.
So we just made it to the Uchisar Castle, which is the tallest fairy chimney in all of Cappadocia, is that what you said?
Yeah.
In all of Cappadocia. People used to live here up until the 1950s or 60s, he was saying. But they started noticing that they were dying very young when they were living here, because the humidity was so high that they started noticing it wasn't safe for them, and that's when they started moving out. And now it's just a tourist place, a place that you can come and check out, and you can actually go in there. But yeah, they built this basically like castle for Christians, did he say?
Yeah.
They were going to be persecuted by the Roman Empire, and they built this castle here to come and protect themselves and hide out. And yeah, it's pretty amazing and huge and grand. Why do I always say that word?
What, grand?
Yeah.
The word grand?
I need to look. Ruby's found herself a little.
I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it's definitely one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And no, I wasn't talking about myself. huge rock formations around here, and over time the water and the snow gets in between the bigger rocks and it erodes the rock and then splits them into single rock formations. Like the ones over there, you can see there's only one or two. Even right there, there's a little crack starting. So it's starting to form like single rock formations. So guys, these houses behind me, they're called monk cells. They're the monk homes. Monks used to live in them. And he said the first floors were like living quarters. And then the second floors were like where they did their rituals to become monks. Do you guys see the bunny or no? Hmm?
So this place is amazing. It used to be a town called Zelvi, something like that. But it was this place that people lived in so many years ago, like long ago.
1960?
1960 is when the last people like were here. Like they were still living here in the 1960s, but it was from generations ago, like way before that they would live here. So half of it is like the Christian people lived here, and then the other half there were Muslims that lived here too, and then there was a spot for a monastery here too. So there was just so much diversity of cultures here, and they were all living together as one, and they were like respectful of each other. There are churches on one side, and then mosques on the other side, and then monastery, and it was just so amazing that they were all just living as neighbors, and they all had equal respect for each other, and it's so fascinating.
So yeah, it was still a city until about the 1960s, and then one of the big bridges fell, and I think he said it killed 2 people.
Yeah.
So the government of Turkey took over here, and they moved everyone that was here into a new town that was down the road. They called it Nuzavele.
Yeah, something like that.
But they moved all the people that were here over there and gave them a new village to where they could rebuild everything again.
Yeah, it's just really fascinating, the history here and how it was like from the 11th century that this whole thing was here, and people were still living here in the 1960s. Like that's crazy. Like that doesn't seem so long ago. I mean, I know it's still a long time ago, but it doesn't seem like
60 years.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like centuries ago. You know?
Yeah.
It's really fascinating because everything here is just like carved into these mountains, and it's just so crazy.
I know, it's beautiful.
Huge. This
It's
place
so
is
big.
huge. Well, we're gonna continue exploring, and we'll catch up with you. So you guys, in here, it used to be a winery where they would make wine. They would bring the grapes in this huge thing over here, and they would stomp all over all the grapes, and then there's a little hole through here that would take out all the juice, and in here would be the wine. And that's how they used to make wine back then. So cool.
You jump onto me.
Nice. Look at this room. This could be your room.
This is our home now. We just gotta hide when they come by.
That's crazy. Like, what were their beds? What were their furniture? Like, it's crazy.
Probably didn't have beds. They probably just slept on the blankets.
In the 60s. Like, this was people's house in the 60s.
So we just got done with the open air museum. Now we're gonna head to the Imagination Station, which sounds like a pretty cool place. We're just waiting for a couple people who went to the bathroom, and then we'll be on our way. So guys, we made it to the Imagination Valley. There's like a bunch of rocks and hills and stones and stuff that kind of look like different things. They can look like animals one of the explorers said he saw a woman in a long dress, or like a priest in like the old attire they used to wear. And if you look over here at this one, pretty sure you can tell what that looks like. Just like a camel. There's also like an upside down elephant formation right here. If you look across the way, looks like a bear fell over here. There's just a bunch of different rock formations that look like different things to people. That's why it's called the Imagination Valley, so you can use your own imagination. And it's pretty cool. So we got a little bit of time here. We're gonna hang out, see if we can spot some different things with these rocks, and then we'll pick you guys up. Okay guys, so we came to this buffet to eat lunch. I can show you around, see what kind of food they got for all of us. It's actually quite delicious. This is the appetizer section. And then over here they got the section they call the Tim section, or the dessert. Then we got some chicken, some scalloped potatoes, pottery kebab, fish, some spaghetti, and something called a puff break. It actually looks pretty delicious. And then we got some bean casserole, and then some rice. The rice actually looks quite delish. And then they got all these desserts that are gonna be gone quite soon. As soon as I grab this right here. And we'll pick up with you guys after.
After we had a delicious lunch, we headed over to the pottery shop.
They're decorating the pottery that they already made here, and you can see that they're doing all this freestyle, by the way, like no sketch, nothing. They just go off their minds, and it's just so cool. The details on everything are just so intricate and amazing. It's so cool. Oh. So this is the ruby. This is the red clay. They mix it with water, and then they make pottery. Yeah.
But another one is white.
And then the other one is white.
Okay, I show you the red clay how we have for inside.
And then this is the white clay. Volcanic ash or volcanic rock. Yes.
Volcanic clay.
Okay,
These
so
are like
that's
a
the
stone we
volcanic
are
clay.
breaking and making food.
And they make it powder, and then they mix this quartz. Look, see this quartz. They get it from Pakistan, another country.
To make our items strong.
And they make it strong, and it becomes like that. See that?
So strong.
Yeah, that's how they make it.
Okay. This is decanter. Have you ever seen it before here?
No.
Symbol of Cappadocia.
Symbol of
There is some main road at the cross. There is big statue of this one, very big.
That's what he was telling us. They pour
Yes,
it like
yes.
that, and
Okay,
you have to bend
okay.
down.
Because in this area 4,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago pottery has been started. But 4,000 years ago Hittite started professional, I can say. Leaving this, making these items, they were pagan as a religion, pagan religion.
Pagan?
Before religions they were living
Oh, pagan.
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 Okay.
They
Okay,
were
okay.
living in more than 1,000 gods. But their main god, sun.
Sun god.
Sun. Yeah.
Okay, sun is main god, first god. They make this for the sun god, shape of the sun.
Ah.
Filling inside wine. All day long this is staying under the sun. And then by the ceremony,
Yeah.
they were serviced.
Oh,
Oh.
like that. Yeah,
See?
that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they'll be blessed because of the sun.
But it was very important ceremony.
Yeah.
Many people, crowded people watching,
Really?
praying for the sun.
That's awesome.
All our masters learning this job when they were 12 years old.
Wow.
Need 5 years to be first level all master, so he is more than 30 years making this job.
Nice.
And using kicking well system, this is historical old system. But also now we are using the electric ones.
Oh,
But this is easy to adjust, teaching children.
See? Wow, perfect.
Nice.
Very,
See that,
very
Ruby?
nice.
How beautiful is that?
You see?
Apple tea? Oh,
Tea.
apple tea. Oh, thank you so
Nice.
much. Thank you.
Careful, it's hot.
We got some
Nice
apple
signature.
tea.
Ruby, you like apple tea?
Oh, it's delicious.
Very good.
Okay.
You wanna try?
Sure.
Okay. Şalvar vereyim mi?
Yok,
Okay. Like my wife. She was born in Poland, but she's Turkish.
Oh, really?
Okay, Sharon. You put each foot inside. You don't need to rotate, okay? He will rotate it for you. This is automatic, he says.
Okay.
Seher, you're gonna make us the candle.
You got some work to do.
You can cook, you can have this.
Oh, wow. It feels so cool.
Like meditate yourself.
Don't break it.
Sorry.
You're breaking it.
I'm messing it. Wow.
Pottery making.
Soup cup for soup.
Yeah, soup.
For Ruby, Ruby.
Okay.
Ruby, yeah.
Ruby likes soup too much, so Mama making soup cup for her.
Think she's gonna break it? I think so.
For the first time,
Thank you.
you know, red clay is softer. Volcanic clay is harder. Especially when we add inside quartz, it becomes very, very hard.
Really?
Yes.
Peach.
Making some decoration.
Go.
Oh, both.
Slow.
Your husband.
No, that's fine.
You can show me. She made it
It's beautiful.
very nice.
That's so nice. Thank you so much.
So guys, we made it to the town of Avenos. It's a really famous pottery town. They make expensive pottery, clay pottery from. They sell it all over the world. He said that people come from China and America. They come here to buy it and then they resell it for way more money than what they pay for it here.
Yeah. So this place we came to is called Bezerhani, and they like demonstrated how you make the whole pottery stuff, like everything that they make, like how they make it. And they actually have a river here called the Red River, right?
Yeah, Red River.
Yeah, and so they get the red clay from there, and so it's organic red clay, and they mix it with water, and then they form the stuff that they make, like the pots
Quartz.
and
They form
that
it with
one is
quartz,
the volcanic ash, yeah.
Oh,
So they mix it together with the water, and they form the things, and then they like let it dry for 3 weeks.
a long time out.
They let it dry, and then they use heat to like
Really hot temperatures.
yeah, put it in a really hot temperature, and that's how they
It's
get
hard.
the pottery stuff that they make. And it was so fascinating to see.
That was cool.
And then they had the white one
Yeah, the volcanic
made with volcanic rock.
rock. Yeah, they mix it with quartz, and that's what makes it hard. But he said they have to use a hotter temperature for that one.
Yeah.
But it's about the same amount of time too.
Yeah, and he said that one is like really, really strong. Like they can
Yeah.
have it for years and years and years, and it won't break. Like
Yeah.
because they mix the quartz in it, it becomes such a strong material. And yeah, so they make different plates and bowls and different things out of that too. It's really, really cool. This place is amazing. And they were even demonstrating like them painting it. They do it all like freestyle. So it's just so cool to see.
That was cool. She even got to try her own
Yeah.
type of pottery bowl.
I got to try my own.
She made a heart bowl.
I did. I made you a heart bowl.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. Ruby, what did you think of it?
It was fun, really fun.
Yeah.
Even we got to try apple tea, all of us.
Yeah.
Now we're getting ready to go to the last place, Love Band. You see that?
Alright guys, so we just made it to Love Valley, and this place, it's such a cool place where people used to come and meet back in the day because you weren't really allowed to express your romance, I guess. This is what the guide was saying. So people who were in love would come and meet each other here to express their love here. And this is an amazing view from here, and it's just filled with these fairy chimneys.
So guys, Love Valley, as you can see, is full of these fairy chimneys. And there was a French explorer, his name was Paul Lucas. He came here a long time ago, and he saw these crazy looking rock structures. And when he was walking by them at night, the people that lived inside of them had lit up candles because it was dark and they couldn't see. So he would see the light coming out of the windows inside of the chimneys, and he just assumed there was fairies in there. So hence the name Fairy Chimney. And as you can see, they are an extremely interesting shape. That's why they call it Love Valley. If you can see the shape of it, you'll know exactly why they call it that. If you can see. But it's a really cool place to see. Especially the shape of it.
Damn. You guys, look how amazing this little spot is here. They have at the top of Love Valley, so they have these trees that you can buy a little pottery jug, and like they're called wishing trees, and you make a wish and you just write it on there, write your information, and then hopefully it comes true. It's so cute. Hi guys, so we just made it back to our hotel after that wonderful tour. It was so amazing.
It was so cool.
Yeah, our tour guide was amazing. He was so informative. Like, we literally had a whole interesting history lesson the whole time. Like, he was telling us things the whole time. We've learned so many things.
I don't know how somebody can remember that many things.
I know.
That's insane.
I know. I know. He knew so much.
I don't remember anything of what he said. No.
I couldn't say that much stuff about back home.
No, not at all, yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
had 8 hours of information he just filled our heads with.
he did.
But it was cool. It was so cool.
So cool. Yeah, definitely. I definitely recommend if you come here and your hotel room has tours like the red tour or the green tour, definitely check out the red tour. I'm sure the green tour would be cool too, but I think it was like more of hiking and a lot more walking, and we just figured let's just do the red tour. We still saw amazing things. Like, that city was so cool. That village was so cool that we saw. Just everything was amazing.
It really was,
the pottery, the clay thing, it was so cool. Yeah, so I really think this spot is the perfect honeymoon spot. Like, I feel like it has romantic vibes all over the city. Like, it's so nice here.
It's cheap too, so you can get
Very
a lot
cheap.
more for your money here too.
Yeah, definitely. So now we're just gonna get some rest, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye! Thanks for tuning in, and if you really like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell to see more, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.